progress.
Warm welcome to all of you. This is AK Snani from Smart VERC. This is webinar number 110. We have come a long way, and of course, this could not have been possible without your support. All the contents produced herein are produced in-house. This is our own property. So that is why this copyright message and all the information which we receive from you is not shared with anybody else. So the today's topic is learnings and wisdom from a millionaire journey. As the name says, millionaire. So in rupee terms, it is 10 lakhs. Let's see what was this millionaire journey and how exciting and how this journey was full of excitement, full of challenges, and full of fear, and of course, greed. And it was a pretty long journey of 3.5 years, which we are, in fact, we have come to an end today. Yes. So duration of this webinar would be about 30 to 40 minutes. So there was a scheme with the name of Smart Millionaire Stocks. Yes, many of you might have not heard the name of this scheme because it was closed from about last 1.5 years. So the name was Smart Millionaire Stocks. Scheme start date was 5th of February 2018, and there was a basket of stocks worth rupees 5 lakhs. 5th February 2018. Those who were invested at that time would recall that there was a good positive sentiment in mid caps and small caps. And in fact, after that, there was a kind of a mayhem in mid cap and small caps. More about this later. So as per this scheme was for a period of 3.5 years. And this was supposed to end today, 4th of August 2021, with an estimated target of 10 lakhs. Why 10 lakhs? Of course, there is a reason for that. In Smart Billionaire Picks, we have been able to achieve a CAGR of about 25% from last more than 20 years. And based on that, we set the target of doubling in about 3 years. So we took a leeway of 6 more months, and that is how we targeted the doubling of 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. That is 1 million in 3.5 years. Also, there is a logic that the business cycle normally has a duration of about 4 years. So 3.5 years is very near to that. And that is the logic, how we started, and we got to very good response. And what is the final status? Of course, we started with 5 lakhs and target was 10 lakhs. And final status as on today, it closed at 9.4 lakhs. So we were short of about 6 to 7%. And during the intraday, today itself, it went up to 9.49 lakhs. So that was a short of 6.38%. Nevertheless, this journey was very, very eventful, rather I should say, and not so many events have ever occurred in a duration of about these 3 years. In the past. In fact, I have been in stock market from 1989, and I have not seen so many events as I have seen during last 3.5 years with this scheme. So this is how we started on 5th of February. And for the ease of comparison, I have made BSE Sensex equivalent to 5 lakhs. And this is how the performance was there up to initially. Yes, SMS means Smart Millionaire Stocks. Smart Millionaire Stocks. This is the scheme and this is the comparison with BSE Sensex. So initially, yes, we did perform pretty well. And then the period started when we started underperforming. And till on 1st of December 2019, you can see almost 50% of the time was over. And as you can see, it is about 19 to 20 months are over. And still, we were nowhere even at the par value. And the basket of stocks totaled about 4 lakhs 80,000. While BSE Sensex, equivalent BSE Sensex was 5 lakhs 90,000. BSE Sensex was doing excellently well compared to SMS. And as I said, this was the time when mid caps and small caps and even large caps were not performing well. And in fact, only 4 to 5 stocks from the BSE Sensex with very high weightage, and same with NSE Nifty. Because of them, the indices were doing pretty well, and this had an impact on our scheme also. In fact, I can say it was unfortunate. And then what happened? Then came the COVID, and on 23rd of March, as you can see, before COVID, that is in the month of January and February 2020, that is last year, we did pretty well compared to BSE Sensex. And in fact, we were rising when the BSE Sensex was pretty stable. And then we fell up in line with the BSE Sensex. SMS also fell, and it was almost on proportionate basis. So this was 23rd March, and as you can see, the equivalent BSE Sensex was at 4 lakhs and we were at 3.45 lakhs. Yes, a scheme which was started on very upbeat mood with 5 lakhs, and after 2 years and 2 months, we were at 3.45 lakhs, and the target was 10 lakhs. Now, this was something very unpredictable, and not only in terms of the COVID, but also because of the performance in the past pre-COVID levels with respect to BSE Sensex. A very, very tough time. Now, you can very well imagine what mindset we had at this point of time. What kind of mindset? Either we should protect the capital of the subscribers, that is 5 lakhs, so we should go safe. But if we go safe, then definitely whenever the market bounces back, we are not going to outperform the BSE Sensex. Forget about the 10 lakh target. So we did a planning very meticulously, and we concentrated on the each and every stock once again with a new dimensions because of the COVID and what happened next. And this is how we perform. And from 3.45 lakhs to today, we closed at 9.5 lakhs. It is about 9.40 lakhs. And BSE Sensex during this time closed at about 7.85 lakhs. We have not only outperformed BSE Sensex, but we have done it miraculously well. You can see during the last 3-4 months, there is almost a vertical movement. Right? Even when the BSE Sensex was stabilizing around the 50,000 mark, we were rising. We were rising pretty fast, and that is how we have closed today at 9.4 lakhs. This is by any means a phenomenal performance. As you can see, from 3.45 lakhs on 23rd March last year to 9.4 lakhs, almost 200%. 3 गुना multiplication, पूरा portfolio, पूरा bunch, whole basket of stocks multiplying by 2 times, right? In a span of little more than a year, to be precise, 16 months. So that was phenomenal by any means, and it took a lot of courage, a lot of thought process, every 10 days, every 15 days, we have to give a thought what's going to next, what can happen next, what can happen next. Not in terms of the COVID, we cannot predict the COVID, but in terms of the geographies, what is happening in US, what is happening in Europe, what is happening in China, which companies are importing from these countries and which companies are exporting to these countries, and how should we change our portfolio of stocks. So this is the performance. As you can see, this was the time when we were highly underperforming with respect to the Sensex. And in fact, we were down by about 20% from Sensex. And this, the red line, shows how the Sensex has behaved during this time and how we have outperformed it. And foremost, I thank my subscribers for their immense patience and the faith in our advice. Yes, this is what we need from our subscribers, from our clients. We are here to help you out, to create wealth for you. But any journey, it cannot be an upside only. There has many challenges. Those who have started investing from last 15 months or 18 months, they must be thinking that it's a very easy way out. It's not like that. So this is what we want from our subscribers, our well-wishers, our clients. Have patience and have faith in us. We will do the best for you. And this is what has happened here also. So ultimately, Smart Millionaire Stocks has given 88% returns, and during the same time, BSE sensitive index has given 57% returns. And there was a time, as I said, Smart Millionaire was 20% down, and today, when we are ending it, it is way up. It is more than 50% up. When we compare to NSE Nifty, it is 53% up. And if we compare to BSE All Cap during this time is 50% up, and we are 88% up. Now here comes the large cap performance also. We are way up. And here comes the mid cap. Again, we are almost more than 100% up from the BSE mid cap. And here comes the small cap, which is only 53% up. What the message I want to give you is Smart Millionaire Stocks was a mix of small cap, mid cap, and large cap, and still it has way outperformed all kinds of indices, whether it is broad-based index, whether it is all cap, mid cap, small cap, large cap, all kinds of indices. This shows our capability to find the worth of the stock correctly. Not only that, but also our immense patience and control on emotions. Even today, when we have closed, we have the stocks which are very I can say, which are almost the leaders in their sectors. It is not that we have included only very small and speculative stocks. It is not like that. We have ended with a very sound stocks, and our subscribers must be appreciating this thing. So this is the performance. Same, which was in the previous slide. It was on the tabular form, and now it is in the chart form. We did way better. Give us some time. Yes, give us some time, and we will show you how to outperform the market. In the short term, we don't have much control. We don't have expertise to outperform the market. Yes, I accept it, because in the short term, it is the market's movements which decide the performance. But as the period increases, as we move from months to years, then comes the financial performance which matters. It is the financial performance which matters, which decides the share price movement and hence the total basket returns. In the long term, there is 100% correlation between the performance of the company and the performance of the share price. But in the short term, it is the market, right? Now there is a small pause Again and again, we are being asked so many queries about our various products. So this time I thought, let me explain you. Smart gains, we started from 30th of December 1999, and product end date, there is no product end date. It is a perpetual. Whatever subscription you take, it is for valid for 1 year. And we are targeting annual compound returns of 25 to 30%. Risk is medium. And yes, we advise type. There are two types. One is the pick of the week, in which we advise one stock every Wednesday. And also there is a part two, which is a basket of stocks, about 18 stocks on an average. And the holding period of the pick of the week is about 3 to 24 months. So it is, you can say, medium term. In fact, 3 months is a bit short to medium term. And in every product, we give a sell advice. So it is not that we will give you only a buy advice. We also provide you the sell advice. And in fact, the notification comes to you automatically whenever the target is achieved, or when the stop loss is hit, or when there is a case of emergency exit. So all our products work in a closed loop fashion. Then there is a smart multi-bagger, which was started on 15th of October 2007. It is also perpetual. Target compound returns are much higher than the smart gains. It is 30 to 40%. Risk is low to medium because of the length of the period. Here the length of the period is 3 to 24 months, so the risk is medium. But here the holding period is 2 to 5 years, and hence the risk is low to medium. Stocks are equally fundamentally sound in case of smart gains as well as smart multi-bagger in all the categories, but it is the holding period which decides the risk. And that is why in smart SIP the risk is low. Maybe the stocks, some of the stocks in smart SIP may be common in smart multi-bagger or smart gains, but still the risk is low here and risk is medium here. It is because of, not because of the stocks, but because of the holding period, because of the investment horizon. Okay, and here the holding period is 2 to 5 years. And in Smart Freedom Stocks, this was started on 12th of October 2015. Yes, here it is. There is an end date, 31st December 2025, and target compound returns are a bit less because it is designed specifically for those kind of investors who are looking for creating a good wealth in their near to the retirement period. And that is how the name Freedom Stocks. And Smart SIP, this was started about 5 years back on 5th of October 2016. Product end date, there is no end date. Target compound returns 18 to 20%. Reason is very simple, because we are not doing much churning here. It is only going on, adding on, and only those stocks are added which have good medium to long-term prospects. Every 5th of the month, we advise one stock. And now we have a basket of about 18 stocks. We are advising among those 18 stocks which provides the best value for money on the 5th of that month. So tomorrow is 5th. Tomorrow is a turn for Smart SIP. Well, this was all about the products, and there is little more. Allocation advice, yes, this is very much essential. Often investors ask how much we should invest, how much amount we should invest. Investors must appreciate that every individual has a different investment capacity or capability. So how to decide? So what we do is we provide an allocation, the weightage, how much you should invest out of your total investment in a portfolio. Yes, research report we do provide for all the categories, and soon we are going to start for Freedom and Smart SIP also. Earlier we used to provide, and philosophy is same. We have to find what is the actual worth of the stock. If Reliance is 2100 rupees, what is the worth, not the price? First, you have to find out what is the worth, and if the price, there is a substantial discount to the price and to the worth at the current price, then only we should buy. And also the future story. And focus is in smart gains all cap. That means mid cap, small cap, large cap. Multi-bagger again all cap. Smart Freedom large cap, and Smart SIP also large cap. Frequency, as I said, every Wednesday, every 25 days, almost not a fixed, but in a year you will get 12 to 15 advisors. Here, the same, and this is the 5th of the month, subscription term 1 year, and this is the subscription price. So this was all about our products. Coming back, so what is the secret to our outperformance? Post-COVID, what we did, actually what happens whenever there is a crash, you get immense opportunity to pick the stocks at your prices. Yes, because of the large scale impatience among the investors, because of the fear, they sell even the good stocks at low prices. And those are the times when people are not interested in buying the stocks, but they are looking to make an exit. So that creates a huge inefficiency into the market. One should know how this inefficiency will progress. So that is what we did. And initially, we increased our exposure to Granules India, Divi's Lab. This is a post-COVID. Even in the pre-COVID also, we had Granules. We steadily increased our exposure to IT sector because soon we all came to know that even from work from home, IT companies were doing pretty well. And these were the stocks which we added. And of this, Mindtree and Tata Elxsi done wonderfully well. And then we included some undervalued stocks like Deepak Fertilizer, Uflex, Acrisil, Cosmo Films, Relaxo Footwear. These were the stocks which were pretty safe in a sense. We are going to wear a footwear, whether there is COVID or no COVID. Maybe during the COVID times, we may postpone our decision, but ultimately we are going to buy the footwear. And same is the case with fertilizers and packaging and Acrisil, Cosmo Films. Then a time came when we found that now there was a fancy for pharma. Stocks were getting overvalued. So we started reducing our exposure to pharma stocks and increased our exposure to cement stocks, ACC and Ultratech Cement. And both of these stocks gave us very good returns when the Sensex was hovering around 50,000 and our Smart Millionaire Stocks was steadily rising. Also, we increased our exposure to steel sector because in US, the economy was open and it was doing pretty well. Even in China, there is a lot of shortage. Still, there is a shortage of steel. And these were the stocks which were included. As far as the market capitalization goes, we ended like this. Large cap formed about 64.89%. So it was not that we picked only small caps and outperformed in this market. That is very easy to do. But no one could have predicted what is going to happen. How long the first wave will continue, how long the second wave will continue, whether the third wave will come or not. All these things are unpredictable. So it was not that we were accumulating speculative stocks. We have done it with very meticulous planning. As I told you, the stocks you have seen, quality of stocks, and small caps were in only 14%, mid cap only 21%, and it was the large cap which steal the show. Coming to the sector weightage, as you can see, it was very evenly balanced. IT, yes, we had a 26% lion's share was from IT because IT companies are exporting, so there is no risk of concentration to a country or to a select clients. So this was the reason. And then cement 12%. Among the major one was the steel 13.6. Yes, it was pretty high. This was a calculated risk because I keep on saying that steel is very unpredictable sector and one should not have more than 7 to 8% exposure as a sector. And then packaging 7.3. Because of COVID, there was a lot of demand for the packaging material, and that is how we made good gains. I should say very good gains in Cosmos as well as Cosmo Films as well as Uflex. And also in one of the products, we recommended Polyplex. Then the stock type, it is very natural because we have a period of very short period, we need to have the growth stocks. And of course, we had a value stocks also, because in case the market falls, then we should have some stocks which should support the valuation of the total basket. And that is why we had value stocks of about 15%. What was the recommendation frequency? On an average, almost 3/4 of the time it was once in a month, and for 1/4 of the time it was twice in a month. So it was not like that every now and then we are recommending to change these stocks. Not like that. With a cool mind, we decided how to achieve the target. Of course, every time I say, first focus is the company. It is the company's performance which will give you the returns, not the market. So what is the way out for the subscribers of Smart Millionaire Stocks? During last couple of days, we have made some changes so that they should have at ease if they want to continue with the same set of stocks. Of course, they will need to change some stocks. They can go for either Smart Gains or Smart Freedom Stocks. Under Smart Gains, we have Smart Billionaire Picks. And so almost about 70% of the stocks are now same. Earlier, it was not the case. So those who want, they can either change to Smart Freedom Stocks or to Smart Gains. In Smart Gains, it is a bit more enterprising. We take a little bit more risk in Smart Billionaire Picks, but in Smart Freedom Stocks, as I said, it is a safety first kind of basket of scheme. So this was all about the Smart Millionaire scheme. And as I keep saying, there's an open webinar, there's a free webinar. Let more and more investors benefit from these webinars, benefit from our experience, benefit from our wisdom, benefit from our learnings. So I request those who have come here for the first time, for them, we have made city-wise WhatsApp groups. So if you want to join those groups, you can send a request on WhatsApp on this number 9755920780. It is also available when you are watching me on the screen. Also, there is this number appearing there, and so soon we will start question and answer session. Those who are interested in asking any question, they can raise the hand via the reaction button, and also they can write in the chat box. Thank you very much. Okay, so now the benchmark is your own past performance, and you will surely outperform this performance. Definitely, every time we try to perform better and better. If that is the way to outperform any Sensex or even your own performance, that is the true measure of success. What you were yesterday, what you are today. What percentage of my savings should I invest in equity? This I am reading from the chat box. Okay, it is not the percentage from your savings, but rather I should say it should be the percentage from your total investment in all the assets. Like you must have fixed deposit, you must have provident fund, you must have investment in gold, you must have investment in real estate, and you must have investment in stock market. So from this whole basket, you should have investment in stock market. There is a formula that is 100 minus your age. So your age is say 30 years, then you should have a 70% of your corpus invested into stock market, maybe through direct investment or maybe through mutual fund investments. Okay. Very good evening, Mr. Amit Sharma. I learned from this webinar is patience. Of course, as I said, at patience is very much essential. I remember, still remember, it was about 20th of March 2020 when many investors encashed and they said market will go down steeply further from those levels and then they will buy. And there are many investors I know who are still waiting for the reaction and market is going upside and upside and upside. So that is the opportunity cost. That is why I keep on saying that always remain invested 100% of the time. Even in this smart millionaire stocks, we never had more than 5% as cash because we don't believe in predicting the market. What is your view on metal commodities? Is it super cycle for 3 to 4 years? No one knows. I also would not like to predict. And in metals, as I said, it is a very risky cycle. And my experience says that it is nearly impossible. Maybe with the rising steel prices, if tomorrow the government puts some restrictions on exports, then anything can happen, as what the China is doing. It is very encouraging and assuring to watch this webinar. A lot of confidence. I lost the fear of market after these learnings. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Atul Rathekar, sir. Opinion on Subex and IndusInd Bank. There are, at this point of time, there are many well-established and bigger companies available at attractive valuations in the banking sector. And why should I go for IndusInd Bank? And for Subex, you can calculate yourself what is the P ratio it is commanding. Is it right to apply in IPO and sell on immediately on allotment? IPOs are the most riskiest investment. Yes, you heard it correctly. I repeatedly say IPOs are the most riskiest stocks to invest. Whatever stocks are coming for IPO, whatever companies are tapping the market for the IPO, almost in more than 70% of the cases, similar companies are available in the secondary market at much attractive valuations. Yes, it is very simple. Assume that you have a company, okay, and you want to come to the market with an IPO. What would be your objective? Would it be that whatever hard work you have done, whatever the company you have grown from scratch to this date, you want to give it free to the shareholders or to the investors? Definitely not. Your objective would be to ask for maximum premium from the investors. And this you will do when the sentiments are very good, like the present one. So if the promoter wants to extract maximum premium from you and people are becoming mad in the IPO, especially in the IPO sector, then, and also there is very little information available regarding their past annual reports, regarding their past total disclosures as compared to the stocks available in the secondary market. It is really very difficult to arrive at a fair value with good accuracy. Nifty is at 16K. There are so many companies which have doubled or tripled in last 1 year. What's your prediction? Will there be a major correction in the market in near future? As I said, I don't believe in predicting the market. I will give you an example. There is a company with the name of Acrysil. We advised at the rate of rupees 129, September 2020. So 11 months have gone and that stock today is 670 rupees. 670. And last week only we advised in our smart gains to buy at rupees 582. A stock which we have advised at 129 just 11 months ago, we advised again for 582. So almost at 4 times. Why? because the story at that time and the story today is way different. When I say story, it is the fundamentals, it is the future prospects of the company. Last year, company had a capacity of 5 lakh units of granite kitchen sinks. Due to the sudden spurt from America and also the tie-up with IKEA, the company every 3 months, every 2-3 months, it is expanding the capacity. And now within a couple of months, it will have a capacity of 8,40,000. So if during a span of 1 year, company is expanding the capacity by 60% or even more than 60%, and it is reporting such fabulous returns, there is no harm in buying the stock. Of course, we are looking at the PEG ratio and other parameters. So it is not that if the company has doubled or tripled, that means now it is time to sell, or it is a time that market may fall. May fall, I don't know. But if the company fundamentals are strong, company stock will also come down along with the market, but ultimately it will give you fabulous returns. Yes, that is that you take it for granted. What is the strategy to book profits? Strategy to book profits is very simple. You must know the worth of the stock. Otherwise, whatever you are doing, you are playing in dark. If you don't know the worth of the stock, then whatever returns you are getting is by chance or because of the market movements. I have other stocks out of your advice. So can you advise me to hold it or exit and convert? Yeah, we have a scheme with the name of Dr. Smart. For details, you can visit our website, smartverc.com. Difference between Smart Millionaire and Smart Billionaire picks. Now, Smart Millionaire has already closed this scheme, so there is no point in discussing. But Smart Millionaire has had a holding period of 3.5 years, and while Smart Billionaire, it is perpetual. Definitely, there is going to be a difference. I lost repeatedly in stocks. How can I rejoin without any fear? Controlling fear and controlling emotions is more of an individual phenomena, but from time to time, we also give you the messages. We also give you the indications whether you should, what you should do. Like last year, we had a series of webinars and series of even physical seminar before COVID in Rajkot, and the topic was how to dance with fear. That was very interesting, and lot many people came to that seminar. Of course, the market sentiments were very poor, so we can only help you, but ultimately it is you who have to control your emotions. Views on new age companies like Zomato, Paytm, Burger King. Views cannot be given without knowing the price. In case of Zomato, of course, in the IPO also, we have not advised to invest in Zomato. In the present model, it is very difficult to come to the profits. Company will have to change the model. In the present model, it is impossible. Okay, this was all about. There is a very interesting question. At the time of fall in March 20, stock were present in Smart Millionaire Stocks would have also fallen, of course. How the allocation was maintained? If all the stocks fall by the same percentage, then allocation will remain the same. Try to appreciate this. Some of the stock allocation increase to your quality stock. Basically, one should have react to increase allocation. Yes, when the stocks are down, then you should take little bit more risk. Yes, you heard it correctly. When stocks are down, then the risk is less. So you should try to increase the risk in your portfolio. When I say increase the risk, it doesn't mean that you invest in speculative stocks. What I mean to say is you can invest in stocks with little bit more debt. Yes, if they are able to service their debt very comfortably, then there is no harm in including such stocks in your portfolio, because in those times people are looking for debt-free companies. If you behave like other investors, then your returns will be like other investors only. You have to be different. You have to have courage at the right time. Okay. Mr. Jigar Bhavsa, kindly unmute yourself. Mr. Jigar Bhavsa, kindly unmute yourself. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Mr. Lalit.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, it is good that we got the advice and we got the return. And from now onwards, what will be the exit point, the shares that we are holding at present?
Sorry, I could not get you. I mean, see, your voice is not that clear. You have purchased the stocks as per our advice, right?
Yes.
Now, what do you want to know?
When the same should be exited.
For every, as I said, for every advice, buy advice, you will get a corresponding sell advice. We will tell you when to exit.
Okay. Though the scheme is closed from today.
No, okay, you are calling for Smart Millionaire Stocks.
Yeah. The stocks we are holding at present.
As per the scheme terms, either it has to reach to the 10 lakhs or 3.5 years. So today, 3.5 years are over. From today onwards, from tomorrow onwards, we are not going to provide you any advice on those stocks. And as you must have noticed, all the stocks are very strong fundamentally, and from the leading stocks from the respective sectors. And you can continue on your own, or you can switch over to Smart Freedom Stocks or Smart Billionaire Picks. I have given the WhatsApp message also in detail.
Yeah, that I have gone through. Yeah. But I was just asking for that purpose only, that any for sale of this advice will be there something or not?
No, it will not be there, sir.
It is not going to be there. Okay. So for whatever scheme we should switch on, then the reshuffling will be done from your end. You will advise for that, Sam?
No, it has to be done at your end, sir, because there are.
We will do it at our end, but it will be advised that which we have to sell it out or we have to continue.
No, you have Smart Stocks, and if I give you say Smart Freedom Stocks, now you know you can compare which stocks to be sold and which to be retained.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to compare it out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thanks for having so much of patience and being with us for such a long period. And I hope you are satisfied with our services.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Mahesh Agarwal.
गुड इवनिंग सर.
गुड इवनिंग
सर, मेरा एक सवाल बेसिक से जुड़ा हुआ था.
हाँ.
जब सर कोई आईपीओ लॉन्च होता है तो उसमें जो ऑफर फॉर जो फ्रेश इशू होता है, तो जितने नंबर्स भी शेयर फ्रेश इशू हो रहे हैं उनकी जो फेस वैल्यू है, फेस वैल्यू से जो कैपिटल आता है वो कैपिटल शेयर कैपिटल में रिफ्लेक्ट होता है बैलेंस शीट में. लेकिन सर जो जैसे मान लीजिए 5 रुपए फेस वैल्यू है और 100 रुपीज में वो शेयर सेल हुआ है आईपीओ में, तो जो बाकी जो बैलेंस है 95 रुपीज, वो किसके पास जाता है? वो मतलब रिफ्लेक्ट कहाँ होता है? बुक्स में.
अच्छा, वो पैसा जो है रिजर्व्स में जाता है. बेसिकली क्या होता है, एक होता है इक्विटी जिसको हम बोलते हैं शेयर होल्डर्स फंड्स. शेयर होल्डर फंड्स में दो पार्ट होते हैं, इक्विटी कैपिटल और रिजर्व्स. तो जो फेस वैल्यू होती है वो इक्विटी कैपिटल कहलाती है, और जो रिजर्व्स हैं वो अलग होते हैं. दोनों को, रिजर्व्स और इक्विटी कैपिटल को आप ऐड कर देंगे तो शेयर होल्डर फंड्स कहलाता है, या फिर हम उसको नेट वर्थ बोलते हैं.
ओके सर.
या
थैंक यू.
थैंक यू. वेलकम. या एनी अदर क्वेरी? Well,
हेलो
yeah, Mr. Jigar Bhaw sir. Yes sir.
या सर, मैंने स्मार्ट गेन ज्वाइन किया है
जी जी.
सर। तो उनमें जो स्टॉक है वो ऑलरेडी कोई स्टॉक तो बहुत सारे बढ़ गए हैं, तो शुड आई इन्वेस्ट ऑन दैट लेवल और व्हाट शुड आई डू फॉर दैट?
नहीं
आई एम
आप,
न्यू।
यस देखिए, आपने जैसे स्मार्ट मिलियनर में है, उसमें भी बहुत
हाँ।
सारे स्टॉक बढ़ चुके होंगे, आपने लो प्राइस में खरीदे, आज हाई प्राइस पे हैं। तो सिमिलरली
हाँ।
स्मार्ट बिलियनियर में भी बहुत सारे स्टॉक्स ऐसे होंगे जो लो प्राइस में होंगे, आज हाई प्राइस में।
हाँ।
आज की डेट में अगर कोई भी स्टॉक मेरे किसी भी स्कीम में एडवाइज्ड है या प्रेजेंट है, दैट मींस आई एम रेडी टू बाय एट द करंट प्राइस।
ओके
आप वो शेयर आज की रेट पे खरीद सकते हैं।
ओके सर। एंड सर, वन मोर थिंग, आपकी जो आईपीओ एडवाइस आती है, अप्लाई और नॉट अप्लाई, तो इसमें मैं अप्लाई करके मुझे अगर कोई आईपीओ अलॉट होता है तो शुड आई स्टे फॉर इट, और मतलब आप एडवाइस देंगे कब बेचना चाहिए या कब तक होल्ड करना चाहिए वो?
नहीं सर, सॉरी, हम पोस्ट आईपीओ कोई एडवाइस देते नहीं है।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सर।
यस, मिस्टर विकास दुरेजा।
यस सर, गुड इवनिंग।
गुड इवनिंग सर।
सर मेरा ये है, जस्ट आई नीड टू हैव योर ओपिनियन। फर्स्ट, क्या इंडिया में लॉन्ग शॉर्ट कॉल्स लेना क्या परमिसिबल है या अलाउड है? और सेकेंडली, क्या आपका ये साइड ऑफ इन्वेस्ट करना या शॉर्टिंग करना, ये क्या एडवाइजेबल है या आपका इस पे क्या ओपिनियन है?
सर, मेरा जो ओपिनियन इस बेसिस पे है कि जिन लोगों ने स्टॉक मार्केट से आज तक जो बड़ी वेल्थ बनाई है, वो कौन लोग हैं, उन्होंने कैसे बनाई है। ये मैं बहुत, जब इनिशियल मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट किया था स्टॉक मार्केट में 2-3 साल के बाद, मतलब 92-93 के क्रैश के बाद, जो मैंने एक सोचा कि किन लोगों ने पैसे बनाए, जैसे वॉरेन बफे है, पीटर लिंच है, व्हाट दे आर डूइंग, दे आर नॉट इनटू एनी काइंड ऑफ डेरिवेटिव्स। इन लोगों ने जो पैसा बनाया है वो प्योरली लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट से बनाया है। एंड सो फ्रॉम देयर ऑन, मैं भी थोड़ा बहुत पहले ट्रेडिंग करता था, एंड इवन वी हैड ऑप्शंस आल्सो। उसके बाद वो सब बंद कर दिया और हम प्योरली इनटू लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट है। तो शॉर्टिंग करना तब होता है जब आपको विथ कॉन्फिडेंस हो कि मार्केट गिरने वाला है, तभी हो सकता है। एंड आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव दैट नो वन कैन प्रेडिक्ट और द मार्केट। सो इफ वी कैनॉट प्रेडिक्ट, वी कैन हैव ओनली केस सिनेरियोस। ऐसा भी हो सकता है, थर्ड वेव भी आ सकती है, तो उस हिसाब से हमारा पोर्टफोलियो कितना स्ट्रांग, ऐसा सोचना चाहिए। लेकिन इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि हम शॉर्ट कर दें कि थर्ड वेव आने वाली है। नो वन कैन प्रेडिक्ट, दिस इज माय ओपिनियन, एंड ओपिनियंस मे वेरी।
राइट, थैंक यू सर।
मिस्टर आशीष दीवान।
यस सर, गुड इवनिंग।
गुड इवनिंग सर।
सर, दो क्वेश्चन है मेरे।
हाँ।
एक तो when what will be the PE of the market when it will become expensive?
Okay. Stock market is not a pure science. ऐसा नहीं है कि पहले से डिसाइड हो जाए कि इतना पी होगा तो मार्केट गिरेगा। अगर ऐसा होता तो
रेफरेंस,
ऐसा होता तो स्टॉक मार्केट का मीनिंग थोड़ा सा खत्म हो जाता। मैटर्स इज की ग्रोथ कितनी है, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट। तो दैट इज व्हाई इन हम स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक स्टॉक्स में जब बात करते हैं तो पी टू ग्रोथ की बात करते हैं। लेकिन जब मार्केट की बात करते हैं तो हमें ये भी देखना चाहिए कि इकोनॉमी इंप्रूव हो रही है कि नहीं हो रही है। सिर्फ मार्केट बढ़ता जा रहा है और अगर पीछे से अर्निंग्स इंप्रूव नहीं हो रही हैं तो ज्यादा दिन तक नहीं चलेगा ऐसा।
फिर वही पी फिर कितना हो सकता है?
नहीं, देखिए,
अर्निंग्स नहीं आएंगी और प्राइस बढ़ता रहेगा तो इट विल क्रैश।
हाँ, इसका मतलब है बबल बनता जाएगा। अगर आपकी अर्निंग नहीं बढ़ रही है और सिर्फ प्राइस ही बढ़ते जा रहा है तो बबल बनेगा, और बबल तो बस्ट होगा कभी ना कभी।
तो सर वही अभी तो वही हो रहा है।
नहीं, ये आपका देखिए, ये आपका व्यू है, नॉट एवरीबॉडीज व्यू। मेरा व्यू ऐसा नहीं है कि बबल बन रहा है। मैं कौन से स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्टेड हूं, मैंने आपको एक स्क्रीन दिखाया था, बॉटम अप अप्रोच रखते हो। फर्स्ट कंपनी, देन सेक्टर मींस इंडस्ट्री, देन इकोनॉमी। आई एम वेरी मच फोकस्ड ऑन माय कंपनीज। मेरी कंपनी में किसी में बबल नहीं बनना चाहिए। मार्केट में बन रहा है तो बनते रहने दीजिए, मुझे उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है। मेरी कंपनी में बबल नहीं होना चाहिए। Ultimately, in the long term, it is not the market, it is your stocks which will decide the returns. मेरा एक बिल्कुल clear statement है. In the long term, it is the stocks which you are holding which will decide the returns, not the market. Market decide नहीं करता है. Short term में market decide करेगा. आज अगर market 1000 पॉइंट बढ़ता है तो सभी शेयर बढ़ेंगे. आपकी कंपनी का भले ही खराब परफॉर्मेंस भी हो तब भी वो शेयर वो भी बढ़ता है.
सर एक चीज और मुझे पूछना है, ये जो एक बार आप मुझे ब्रीफली बता देंगे जो कैटेगरीज हैं ए बी एक्स एक्स टी
स्टॉक्स की
जो स्क्रिप्ट कैटेगरीज में आती हैं एक्स ए बी एक्स टी, उनमें फर्क क्या होता है?
ये एक अपने आप में काफी बड़ा टॉपिक है क्योंकि सबका अलग अलग मीनिंग है और ये स्टॉक एक्सचेंज ने अपना कुछ क्राइटेरिया बनाया कि कैसे टाइप के स्टॉक्स को हम ए कैटेगरी में रखेंगे, किसको हम बी में रखेंगे, किसको हम सी में रखेंगे, किसको हम टी में रखेंगे. कुछ ट्रेड टू ट्रेड होते हैं तो बहुत अलग अलग टाइप की कैटेगरीज हैं और नॉर्मली जो ए कैटेगरी के स्टॉक्स होते हैं वो अच्छे माने जाते हैं. अच्छे इन द सेंस कि बड़ी कंपनी होती है, लेकिन अगर बड़ी कंपनी होगी तो आपको रिटर्न भी थोड़े कम मिलेंगे इन जनरल. ओके, सो अगेन आई एम सेइंग दैट अगर ट्रेड टू ट्रेड है दैट डज नॉट मीन्स कि स्टॉक खराब है. ट्रेड टू ट्रेड है तो एक तरह से अच्छा है कि उसमें ज्यादा स्पेकुलेशन नहीं हो रहा है और अगर कंपनी फंडामेंटली साउंड है तो दैट इज द टाइम टू इन्वेस्ट इन ट्रेड टू ट्रेड. लोग डरते हैं ट्रेड टू ट्रेड में पैसा लगाने से.
सो ट्रेड इज लाइक एक्सटी जिसमें टी होता है. ट्रेड टू ट्रेड,
ट्रेड टू ट्रेड यानी कि आपके पास अगर शेयर नहीं है तो आप उसको शॉर्ट नहीं कर सकते, आप उसको सेल नहीं कर सकते. आपने अगर सुबह से शाम को खरीदा तब भी आपको डिलीवरी देनी पड़ेगी उसकी. सो इट इज ए लॉन्ग चैप्टर एंड ये थोड़ा अपने आप में एक अलग ही
और
आपको बीएससी की वेबसाइट पे मिल जाएगा इसके बारे में डिटेल्स, हाउ दे डिसाइड. या ओके, थैंक यू. मिस्टर नीरव शाह.
गुड इवनिंग सर.
गुड इवनिंग.
सर कोई स्टॉक ऐसा है कि जहां पे प्रमोटर होल्डिंग जीरो है, जैसे रेडिंगटन पहले प्रमोटर थे, अभी प्रमोटर होल्डिंग जीरो दिख रहा है, तो ऐसे जो स्टॉक है जहां पे प्रमोटर होल्डिंग जीरो है तो उनको कैसे रीड करना चाहिए? मतलब आईसीआईसीआई बैंक हो गया या XYZ.
इन जनरल मैं आपको बता दूं जहां पे प्रमोटर होल्डिंग जीरो है वो कंपनी इन जनरल ज्यादा अच्छा परफॉर्म करती है बिकॉज देयर इज नो वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट या कोई प्रमोटर का इंटरवेंशन नहीं है और वो प्रोफेशनल रन कंपनीज होती है लाइक लार्सन एंड ट्यूब्रो. देयर इज नो प्रमोटर, है ना. अभी मेरे ख्याल से जोमेटो में भी देयर इज नो प्रमोटर. एज पर द डेफिनेशन ऑफ द सेबी देयर इज नो प्रमोटर इन जोमेटो एंड लार्सन एंड ट्यूब्रो. और आपने भी अभी एग्जांपल दिया तो एज सच कोई ऐसा वो मैटर नहीं करता है. व्हाट मैटर्स इज कि कंपनी की परफॉर्मेंस कैसी आ रही है. जैसे लार्सन एंड ट्यूब्रो इट इज ए प्रोफेशनली रन कंपनी, हम सबको पता है कि इट इज नंबर 1 कंपनी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड डूइंग वेरी वेल फ्रॉम लास्ट सो मेनी इयर्स. सो इट हार्डली मैटर्स वेदर देयर इज ए प्रमोटर और नॉट. Which stock exchange is preferable, NSE और BSE? सर हम तो लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं. आपको जहां सस्ता मिल जाए वहां परचेज कर लीजिए. इट हार्डली मैटर्स वेदर इट इज NSE और BSE, राइट. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली तो आपका दोनों सेफ है और आपके जो शेयर्स हैं वो NSDL या CDSL में रहते हैं. यहाँ से तो हम सिर्फ एक परचेज और सेल करते हैं एंड दोज आर ऑलमोस्ट गारंटेड कि वो ट्रेड होगा. अगर आपने कोई कंफर्म हुआ है ऑर्डर तो आपको उसको अवॉइड करना है एक्सचेंज को. Yes, Mr. Neerav Shah, more queries? So with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you very much for sparing your valuable time. And I can see there are lot many faces from the names also I can make out who are very regular in attending these webinars. Special thanks to those persons. Especially once again, I would thank Mr. Kuldeep Sandhu and also Mr. Vimal Sahu, and there are many, Mr. Jayesh Tiwari, Mr. Kishore Purswani. There are many. Sorry if I have Neil Faldu is there. And thanks once again for your patience and support with us. Thank you. Bye-bye.